And welcome back to Crypto Hulk. We got a story going here. We got South Africa again in the news. I'm telling you, it's all about Ripple. The Brics nation, South Africa, Brics. You got Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Those are the original players. Now there's more nations joining, but the Brics core is just that. We've got like them hooking up with Volante, Ripple's partner, this and that. Like, it's not these other social media channels, or whatever, trying to make it look like, oh, these Brics nations are going to take over. And well, who the fuck's building it? It's Ripple. It's R3, which is XDC crypto. It's XLM. It's everything we've been talking about. So it's not like, oh my God, the Brics nations. No. They're trying to make it's just drama. It's just channel drama. Channels that don't know a fucking thing, trying to make it seem like, oh God, the sky is falling. Oh, the Brics nations are coming. They're going to take over. They're forming their own currency. Oh God, the Brics nations. Wow. That shows you, you know who they are. I don't need to mention these channels' names. But these dumbasses don't do the research I do, ever. And they just come out and like they're trying to talk all this shit. These are people that make like these little 5-minute shows or whatever. You know, they walk around and talk shit for like 5 minutes and their show's over. Or they make a show for 15 minutes. Or it's pathetic. So today, like always, Crypto Hulk's going to set it straight with the facts. And I got a couple pages of notes here. Oh, yeah. Let me open the sucker up. Let's see where we begin with that. Let me put part of my notes there. So I'm going to go over this and show you about the Brics nations and prove to you how Ripple's all in there. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't talk about art paintings and gold cards and all that dumb shit and keeping your money on exchanges. And all of a sudden, when you get wrecked because you can't get your Flare tokens or whatever, Spark, whatever it is, yeah, you didn't tell your people to get off the exchanges. That's why your fucking dumbass didn't get your Flare either. Yes, that's how it works. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. Don't do anything I say on this channel financially. It'd be a nasty mistake. Everything on the show is fake. Don't believe a word I say. If I tell you to buy something, don't buy it. And that'll be it. So let me see who showed up. And we're going to start the little deep dive we got going on here. Let's see. Chalky. Mister. Keep missing the show. Then you got Crypto She-Hulk shows up. Carpathian Eagle, Henry Brown, 1,000 burpee push-up. I don't do burpees or push-ups. G-Spud, Helio Bob. Let's see. Terry showed up. Vincent. 4-ounce Maxwell House coffee and 8-ounce tequila. Ugh. Don't get me mixed up in that. Let's see. Okay. Veronica 33. Yeah, JB, thanks for your donation to the channel. Appreciate that. And then X Inmate. Hey, brother, things are looking good. Can't wait to get rich. Things are going to start getting really good here. I made it. No notification again, though. That's because we all have to start complaining again. It does work, I'm telling you. When you complain to BBB, go to the bottom left corner of the screen. You'll see a Better Business Bureau kind of complaint form. I have a number on there as well. Use that, complain, so that they know. Also, complain to YT. people that really complain and stuff to them, they listen because it helps the channel. It does. It helps other people see the show. Darren Brazil, I sent out complaints multiple times to the BBB via email. Okay, good. Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas. Let me focus here. So we're going over Project Coca. KHOKHA. We're going over it again. Let me pull up my link and get this started. Copy. Copy, paste. All right. We're going back to page 1011. Let me take a look here. I think page 11. Yeah. Let's look at page 10. Ultimately, the use of central bank money in securities transactions could enhance the safety and efficiency of the primary and secondary markets and extend the use of central bank money. All right. Page 11. The top section shows background and then Project Coca 1 and subsequent developments. Let me see here where we're going to start. The Samos system. Okay, so my notes. Today's program will be light. I know it's a deep dive. It'll be a light one. This is not a difficult one. What I'm going to show here is how in South Africa, it's one of the Brics nations. And that's important because Brics, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and then you got like probably 5 or 10 more countries that are joining this. The crypto people that are out there are trying to make this look like, oh God, it's the end of the dollar. Look, it's the end of every currency, not just the dollar. So are they correct in saying it's the end of the dollar with the BRICS nations? Yeah, but it's the end of the ruble. It's the end of the mark. It's the end of the peso. It's the end of every fucking money. So this BRICS nation thing is nothing. It's not a big deal. Okay. A lot of these YouTubers or whatever it is are trying to make it look like, oh God, they're trying to get views. Just keeping it real. You got to come out with something on YouTube to try to get new people and all this stuff. That's what all this is. The United States is building the BRICS coalition nation, whatever it is, whether it's any of the 5 or the new 5 or 10 that have joined. The United States is building it. So Ripple is all in this. Ripple Partners, Stellar's in it. R3 is in it. Like, it's not a big deal. Okay. So all the hype and the hubbubaloo, oh, the BRICS nations, oh, they're going against, they're going to back their money with gold or minerals. Oh God, they're coming. They're going to take over. No, they're not. Shut the fuck up with all the hype shit. Like, please shut that fuck up. Okay. So I'm going to show you here with facts. Unlike the other channels, I'm going to show you with facts like Crypto Hulk always does. What is this all about? It's nothing to. I'm not worried. Zero. I'm not worried. There's nothing to be worried about. Okay. So all that hype shit you've heard from these other channels, we're going to end this. And we've always ended it on Crypto Hulk show. So let's take a look here. We're going to go under page 11. And let me take a look at some of my notes. The Samos system. And that's Samos is South African Multiple Option Settlement System. The Samos system using a standard messaging system. They did a study and they used what's called a standard messaging system. We know that is ISO 20022. That's the new messaging standard that's going to be implemented globally. It has not right now, but Project Coca was practicing it while they were utilizing their the transition from the old financial system to the new. They were testing all of this. So we know that they're using ISOs. Let's continue. Talks about so when they were testing all this, they talked about the PFMI, which, okay, let me go through it. PFMI, the BIS, the CPMI, and the IOSCO. What South Africa was doing was what the global elites groups, those groups I just mentioned, like the BIS and all that, the principle for financial market infrastructure. Then you have the Bank for International Settlements. They're the BIS. Now, the CPMI, they are Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures. Finally, the International Organization of Security Commission, the IOSCO. What we got going on here in South Africa is all the top organizations in the world. Those are the ones that are going to lead the world into crypto. They're all in South Africa. South Africa is doing everything like they're told, okay? So everything's legit. Everything in the study is done by the elite groups, and this is how the world's going to be, all right? They're already named the 4 organizations here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've named the 4 organizations. It's all going according to plan, all right? So let me continue. It talks in this first paragraph here, it talks about, now we're on page 11. It talks about digital ledger technology, tokenizing assets for securities. That's the new thing. Settlement and cross-border payments. In collaboration with relevant industry participants. So they're doing all these things and they're collaborating with relevant industry participants. Think of Ripple, R3, the different cryptos that they need to tokenize security. They're tokenizing securities. This has never been happened before in our time within the past year or so. All these countries now are going to start doing this. Brics is a major player. You add up all the Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa populations, and you're probably talking at least, 1 to 2 billion people minimum, more like 2 to 3 billion people, maybe half the planet. Now you throw in the rest of the players that are jumping in, easily probably half the planet, all right? So this little experiment that they've done is already done. They've tokenized stocks, bonds, derivatives, all stuff. They're ready to go. South Africa is ready to go. I'm going to tell you probably all the Brics nations, they're ready to go. Now they're being held up by the little countries around the world. They're held up by the incumbents. The incumbents are people that are going to lose out in this. When we go crypto, all the middlemen and stuff who it takes, 5 people, like when one bank wants to send another bank money, there might be like 2, 3, 4 people in the middle. Those people are going bye-bye. So there's 100 million people that are going to be out of work, okay? Families are going to get destroyed because of all this crypto. That's what's taking so long. So that is page 11. Let me take a look. My notes go from page 10 to 20, just because there's so much information in there. Page 11, subsequent developments. Let me take a look. You got central banks and tokenization. So what I did is on page 11, I broke it up. My first part would be like this first paragraph. My notes here, let me check my comments here real quick because I'm going to start getting into this article. Let's see. Neil Cook. Neil Cook's a brand new member. Welcome, Neil. And Damon Knight. Both brand new members. Baba Papa. Thanks for your donation. Cap Doth Crypto Hulk. Best YT show. It's the best show because I put the best effort into it. These other people don't put the amount of hours that I go into research and stuff. They don't do that stuff. No. Heck no. It's pretty clear when you listen to their show. It's always other people's shows are just like theirs because they all share the same information. They put no time into research like I do, like literally hours a day studying this research report from South Africa. Nobody does that stuff. It takes way too much time. It takes work. You have to actually do work and think. The other channels don't want to work, and they definitely don't want to think. Okay, no one does early AM. Like, it is early, I'm telling you. Fuck, man. So here we go. As South Africa explored the issuance of public and other forms of non-bank privately issued money. That's the term that got me. Non-bank privately issued money. You notice how they go to great lengths not to say the word crypto. Gotta love it. What these articles do, what they're doing is they don't want to say the word cryptocurrency. None of these articles that I'm bringing up, they don't even talk about crypto. You don't hear the word crypto. That's how they try to trick us, okay? If I were to replace, they explored the issuance of both public and other forms of cryptocurrency, that would make sense. But they say here, non-bank privately issued money. And people are like, well, what the fuck is that, right? It's code for crypto, all right? In 2021, 86% of central banks were actually researching the potential of a CBDC. When I was making this show starting 3 years ago in 2020, the percentage of central banks in crypto, like this number, I don't know where this article is getting this number. That's very high. In 2021, 86% of central banks were actually researching CBDCs. Like, it wasn't that high when I was reading them off. 2 years ago, when I was reading all this stuff off, I didn't hear no number like 86. It was more like 30, 40%. So they're lying. It's like this article is probably true, okay? Because 2 years ago, the numbers I was seeing, there was no 86% of the banks doing this. It was like 50, 30%. Now all of a sudden, this article is saying, oh yeah, back 2 years ago it was 86%. So that means right now, every central bank, according to this right here, if 2 years ago, 86% of the banks were researching crypto, that means today, 100%, they're done. Like, they're already done. Talks about a retail CBDC. So that would be Stellar. They mention a little bit on this page with 50% of banks interested in a retail CBDC. The wholesale, so they have like a little W and then CBDC. That means wholesale CBDC. The wholesale is more for cross-border payments. We know that's XRP. And securities and trading and settlement. That would be the XDC crypto, okay? So they're kind of telling us on page 11, they're not mentioning the names, but we know retail is Stellar, wholesale is going to be XRP, and then the crypto for securities and all that will be XDC. That would be all the money. let me look back up here. It talks about box 1. Okay, let's go to box 1 on page 11. You can see a highlighted blue box here. The wholesale CBDC is digital money issued by the central bank. So you're going to have a central bank like the Federal Reserve of the United States. It's going to issue retail and wholesale money. Retail will be the Stellar. The wholesale will be the XRP. And is restricted. Okay, now it says it right here in the 4th line. Wholesale central bank digital currency, that's XRP, is digital money issued by the central bank, which is restricted. XRP is restricted in use to specific financial institutions. Let me tell you something. The money we got now, the money, which is XRP, it's restricted to financial institutions. Just to let you know, we're not supposed to have XRP. We got it. All right. It's worth saying right here. Now, they're not specifically saying XRP is not supposed to be for common people. When they use the term central bank money that's wholesale, that's XRP. It's restricted to specific financial institutions. What you hold right now is what the big major players are going to hold in the future. Okay. Let me go over this here. And is restricted use, can be either a token or an account based. Central bank money is also referred to as public money. The RCBDC, which is the retail CBDC, is retail money for people like you and me. The wholesale, which is the WCBDC, is used for settling wholesale transactions between central banks. That's the XRP. So what we have is money that settlement banks use to settle accounts. What we have as a bridge currency is XRP. What it's designed for is not for us. We got it and they want it, and I'm not giving it up. What we have is what banks use. We have bank money years ahead. I've held XRP for 3 years now. I'm not buying and selling shit with it. That's not its design. It's designed for banks to settle millions of dollars, okay? Now, yeah, people can use it to go buy a hamburger and to go pay for groceries or whatever. Yeah, you can do that with it, but that's not the purpose of it. What we have is something in advance that banks are going to use to settle bills, to be a bridge between transactions. That's what we hold early. Let me go over this. Let's go on to page 12. There's page 12. Let me check the comments here real quick. Michelle, thanks for your donation. It says lies, lies, and more lies. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. You definitely get a lot of lies on this channel. Horrible financial advice. Just absolutely. That's what I pride this channel on, is just that. Let's go to page 12. Several banks are exploring how a wholesale CBDC can play a role as a safe settlement asset, which is XRP, and be used for cross-border settlements. So in South Africa, they've studied all this. The banks have found out that a wholesale CBDC, which is Ripple, XRP, it's playing a role settling accounts, and it's used for cross-border. It says, notice and explore page 12, graphic timeline. So let's go to page 12. Now they show a graph here and some illustrations. I want you to see something. It shows a timeline from 2016, only like 7 years ago, to 2022. If we look at wave one, now this is interesting. I've gone over this before. You always start with Ethereum, okay? Ethereum was chosen in the beginning to be the test. But as they started doing more and more experiments on it, it don't work. So that's why they had to go from proof of work to proof of stake, all right? Because Ethereum never worked from the beginning. It was a joke. Now, if you look here under wave one, it shows from 2000, maybe 15, 16, all the way up to 2018, okay? It says building of relatively simple proof of concepts built on Ethereum. Relatively simple, meaning that's where they started with Ethereum. That's why Ethereum from 2015, 16 skyrocketed in value, okay? Because they were actually testing it and using it in these test runs. So people were like, oh, damn, it's Ethereum. We got to get it, okay? Now, back then, 7 years ago and all that, there was a Project Ubin, a Project Jasper. Central Bank of Brazil had something called PIER, P-I-E-R. We can see from phase one, wave one, I was not even aware of this, but back in 2015, 16, 17, and 18, the Brics nation, or the Brics coalition, but the nation of Brazil was already doing all this stuff with crypto, studying it. All those years back then. Here we are in 2023, 7 years ago. Brazil was already doing this. Wave two. Wave two starts around 2017 to 2019. Still many, many years ago. Wave two was Project Stella, Project Coca, number one, which we're at right now, going over 1 and 2, Project Jasper and Ubin. Wave two was understanding the interconnected issues of confidentiality, finality, and resilience. Wave three started around 2018 and kind of goes up until about now. It was exploring interoperability, cross-border transactions, and securities settlement. Now it's starting to sound more like Ripple. So it goes from Ethereum sounding like Ripple, XRP. You have Project Jasper and Ubin. They work together. Project Helvetia, Project Inthenon, Lion Rock, Project Atom, Jura, Coca, Dunbar. All these projects going on, okay? This has been since 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. These are projects that have been done all around the world, not just in Brazil. I just wanted to show you this, let you know that they've been working on this stuff for a long time. Let me see my notes here. Let's go to page 13. Page 13's got quite a bit of a blue area here. It's box number 2. It's quite a bit there. Let me try to break this down. First paragraph. First paragraph talks about how the Bank of Canada, oh man, about the Bank of Canada, Ripple partner, by the way, Monetary Authority of Singapore, Ripple partner, all started testing CBDCs and with Ripple payments. Talks about Thailand bank is testing in the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Let's go over some of those. I have pages right here. Let me click on them and get them all going because these pages seem to have taken a nap. All right. So they're talking about the Bank of Canada in the Brazil article here. So here's your first link. Royal Bank of Canada partners with Ripple. Okay. Next, it mentions the Bank of England in the Brazilian study. There's your Bank of England link. And I'm doing this for new people. People have been on the show for a while. They've known a lot of this stuff. It talks about Singapore, the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Ripple, just so you know, is a private company, makes a deal with the country of Singapore, which is major in crypto. I'm telling you right now. Singapore may be a tiny country. I'm going to let you know something. Singapore is linked up with China unofficially. When you hear Singapore, think China, okay? Singapore is the country of China that's packaged, it's wrapped differently, okay? Singapore is China, just to let you know. Singapore to develop Ripple-powered invoice trading platform. Singapore, the government, makes a deal with Ripple because Ripple's helping them set up their trading platform. Very interesting, right? Why some private company in America that's being sued, a private company in America that's being sued by its own government, goes to Singapore government and works just fine with them. Does this make any sense? No, it doesn't. This whole lawsuit, this whole SEC case is fake. People on YouTube, these fucking stupid channels that go over every day, they'll have the SEC court case on their show. They're the YouTube hookers is what they are. They're on their hands and knees. They don't even have nose condoms or nothing, and they're kissing ass to YT. It's very sad to watch these shows. These particular XRP channels sucking dick for YouTube every day, talking about the Ripple trial, mentioning Jeremy Hogan and the John D. That's so fucking played out like an 80-year-old hooker. It's embarrassing, these fucking channels, all right? Truly is. You got Singapore making deals with Ripple and the United States government. So this court case is fake. I cannot report every day on a fake court case. Now, other channels on YouTube can. They don't mind reporting on a fake court case because they need the numbers. They're fucking desperate, okay? Their sponsors, you've got to have numbers or your sponsors won't pay you. So that's pretty much the motivation. When you see these people talking about the price of XRP every day on their show, when people are talking about the XRP court case every day on their show, they're a hooker for the YouTube channel, all right? Just let you know. Next, talked about Thailand. Let me show you the link up to that. Let me copy and paste it. Oh, wait, that's... All right. So now that I got those countries out of the way, it talks about how Bank of Canada, Bank of England, Monetary Authority of Singapore, they all started testing CBDCs with Ripple partners. Talks about Thailand Bank and the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Do I have one for Hong Kong on there? Oh, yes, I do. Let me include that one. So what I'm sending you in these links is all these central banks. There's the Hong Kong one. It's a letter that Ripple wrote to the Hong Kong government. They were working together. What we have going on is Ripple, the company, utilizing XRP, has gone to major adoption countries in the world while America sues Ripple. See how fake this is? It's like not even... You've got Ripple working with the Hong Kong government, Singapore government, these other governments, Thailand, all of them. And the SEC sues Ripple. It's fake, everybody. Totally fake. Now, dumb channels report on this shit every fucking day because they have no content. They want the easy. It's like there's a tree and you find the lowest fruit on that tree and grab it. The lowest fruit, so you don't have to get a ladder. You just reach your hand up a little and grab the fruit. That's what these other YouTube channels do. They take the most simple stories, which are fake, about the SEC trial. They take the most simple stories, tell you about it every fucking day. It is so embarrassing that these people are out there doing this shit, all right? Well, let me tell you about the SEC trial today. John Deaton says this. Dude, that is so fucking stupid. This whole trial is so fake, and I'm pretty sure these lawyers are in on it too. They have to be. How can you be a lawyer and not even talk about the 2015 settlement agreement? How do you not make a show on that like I've done only like 5 times? These lawyers are so fake. Wow, it's embarrassing to be in America with these fucking YouTube lawyers and shit on here, and these fucking channels that promote the lawyers, and it's all there. See, I'm part of the solution. These other channels are part of the problem. All right, that's how it goes. Next, second paragraph. We're going to get into the projects that I taught on. I taught on Project Ubin. We went over that. There's Project Dunbar. You got the BIS Innovation Hub working on all these things. It says here, initially it was on a single multi-currency. So in the second paragraph, it talks about this. Here's where this stuff starts on Ethereum and moves off to something else. We already saw it on the other page, on the other poster demonstration thing. Here we have initially, it says on a single multi-currency digital ledger technology network. That's Ethereum is where they started with this. So there used to be a single multi-currency DLT network. That's where they started, but they didn't end it with that. It went on to something else. Third paragraph. Switzerland got involved. Their exchange is called the SIX. It's a Project Helvetia. In 2021, they completed the trading testing of securities. So now we know that only 2 years ago, Switzerland in their stock exchange, SIX, they made everything crypto. They tokenized all the stocks, bonds, this and that. They're done. Now, there's a lot of countries we don't know about that have done this, okay? So it's not just, well, there's just 1 or 2 countries. No, there's a lot of them, but they're not saying. That's how these people do, okay? They're criminals. I used to work with them for my whole career. So they're only going to tell you so much. They completed the trading of the test of securities using blockchain, crypto, and NFTs. It talks about the Bank of France doing the same thing. Oh, oui, vive la France. And they're doing the same thing the Bank of France that Switzerland's doing, and they worked with Ripple partner Societe Generale. Daniel Smith, thanks for your donation. Can't wait to be wrecked by Hulk. Good morning, Daniel. So France is talking about the Societe Generale. We know that they worked with Ripple already. See, this whole thing all comes back to Ripple, XRP, XLM, XDC. You just have to, that's why I have to read these articles, because then I can bring out all this stuff you can't see. So there's the article right there. Ripple-friendly Temenos was picked by Societe Generale Group to modernize major bank in the Czech Republic. So here we have it all linked back to South Africa. They mention Australia. Let's see if I could find. Okay, they mention Australia in the South African study, as Australia is a country that's exploring all this too. Jim B, thanks for your donation. Morning, brother. If Ethereum is going to not really be used, what happens to the ISO tokens running on top of it? Ethereum will have a use, but not as big as we all thought. And they probably won't use Ethereum, so it won't, the ISO tokens will still keep working, but not on an Ethereum platform. So here I just sent you a picture or a page of ex-Ripple executive to lead Australia's CBDC project. So what's going on in the country of Australia is that a guy named Dilip Rao, who is way high up at Ripple, leaves Ripple about 6 months ago, goes to work for Australia to design their CBDC. Can you imagine that? No other country in the world. I mean, name a crypto company that's making CBDCs for another country. Like, there's no other company besides Ripple doing this. Ethereum's not doing it. No country is using Ethereum to design a CBDC. It doesn't, that's not, there is no other crypto company designing CBDCs for a government except Ripple. You got it? That's how massive this is. The news doesn't want you to know. What I'm telling you now, Bitcoin maxis don't want you to know. They don't want to hear it. Oh, no. Okay. Same with Ethereum. Was Ethereum tested and stuff and used in the past? Absolutely. But technology has moved on, and Bitcoin and Ethereum are now ancient history. They're done. I'm reading to you real world shit right now. Ripple is running Australia's CBDC project. Name another crypto company that's doing this. There is none. So the truth comes out. So in South Africa, they're talking about, well, this country's doing this and Australia is doing, yeah, these, you got Bank of France with Societe Generale, Ripple partner. They mentioned Australia, Ripple partner. I can go on and on. Like, everything is Ripple, Stellar, or R3. XLM, XDC, and XRP. That's everything. I mean, I just keep showing the facts right here. It's not my opinion. It's just facts. And people don't have to believe it. I don't fucking care if you believe it or not. So one person was like, oh, you're just showing random facts, trying to draw conclusions. And I'm like, wow, you're just so fucking stupid. It's sad. Some people's ego is so strong, not mine, but some people's ego is so strong, they don't want to look at the real truth. I'll bring up the facts and show you right here. I'm not just saying that Ripple ties into everything in Africa. I'll show you the facts. It does. You don't have to want to know the facts because you're invested in some other crypto that's going to be a loser crypto. That's your choice. But when you say, oh, Crypto Hulk just shows stuff and tries to draw stuff together, I'm not drawing it together. Dilip Rao is from Ripple. He's working on Australia's crypto. How's that a fucking drawing a conclusion, you fucking moron? See, that's what I'm saying. Bank of France is using Societe Generale. Societe Generale is using Temenos, which is a Ripple partner, to get stuff done. I mean, this shit's fucking real. Just because you don't like the fact that I'm right and you chose the wrong fucked up crypto, that's your fucking problem. You have to learn to deal with reality. I'm dealing with reality. I'm showing it every day on my fucking show. Okay. Next, let me check a comment here. We'll get back to it. TP Fan, brand new member, welcome. Tiny Dog, little banks are screwed, and Mrs. Yeller, said Mrs. Yeller. Well, that's what they say. Bravo, Hulk. So we got that done. Bank of France, Australia. Page 14. We go to page 14 next. The launch of Project Coca 2. There's an overview, an approach. Read the second paragraph. Okay. Let me see my notes here because I got. Hold on a second here. The future. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at page 14. I'm going to the upper right corner. The future is inherently uncertain, and there are multiple scenarios according to which financial markets may develop. One of the most prevalent trends relates to the emergence of different forms of privately issued money. Now, this struck me as I was reading it. One of the most prevalent trends. So it means that there's new trends that are occurring, and it's the emergence of different forms of privately issued money. You notice how they're trying so hard not to call it crypto? Crypto's money, okay? So they use the term privately issued money instead of crypto. It says, including the form of stable coins and how stable coins may potentially be used. They will be used. Stable coins will be used in securities transactions and interact with public money. The project issued both a wholesale CBDC and a wholesale token. The wholesale token, that's XRP. In order to observe both in action and to consider how they may interact in the same market. Let me move on. Bottom left of corner, before he talks about Coca's a centralized ledger. Let me check my notes. Let's go to page 15. Talks about a Ripple partner, Accenture. So right away, a Ripple partner, Accenture. Let's see if I have a. Okay. Let me click on this. Send you something. Stephanon R's, brand new member. Welcome to the channel. So right there, I sent you a link. Crypto She-Hulk, thanks for your donation to the channel. Good morning. Hulk cookies from Michelle Wilkie and Silver Eagle Ranch. Good question from Silver. Thank you, sir. Let me see if I can find what question that was. I'm not seeing either one. Okay, I'm going to keep going then. So the article talks about Accenture. Accenture as the core team. So a Ripple partner is the core team of Project Coca. Just thought I'd let you know that. And Ripple partner Deloitte as a support partner. So again, I showed this the other day. Let me show you again. Copy. Paste. Henry Brown. Let's see what Henry. Why did that not scroll? Hold on. So right there, I just dropped a Deloitte page for you. In Project Coca, we have Ripple partner Accenture, which is doing major amounts of work in this project. And then Deloitte is also a supporting partner. Deloitte's a Ripple partner as well. Henry Brown, I hope in July when FedNow drops, we have global regs. I don't know, Henry. It's like, look, this ISO news, and then you got the FedNow news. Like, these YouTube channels are just trying to hype all this shit up. Like, that's why I'm not getting all jazzed up, because it's nothing. If we don't have crypto regs, we're not getting rich. So it's just, oh, FedNow, let's see what happens. There's not a fucking thing gonna happen. All right. All these different YouTube channels are trying to get their ratings up. There ain't gonna be a fucking thing that's gonna happen. Until we have global crypto regulations, that's when stuff happens. Until we have these banks and all this stuff selling, when your bank is selling all kinds of crypto, then we're rich. Until then, it's just hype news to try to get people to get news and views. All right. Let's see. The case has to be over. Raul, no, the case the case doesn't mean anything. If you look at the whole world, Ripple's been landing bank, like I've been showing you, partner after partner after partner. The court trial's fake. The court trial has nothing to do with anything. Okay. The other channels you've been watching make you feel the court trial is important. Raul, the court trial means nothing at all. It's fake. These other channels, I've been saying this over and over, they try to make views so they get more money from their sponsors. The court trial, so they report on the court trial every day. You've been tricked into thinking the court trial is important, and when the court trial is over, the price goes up. No, it doesn't, Raul, because you've been watching these fake channels, okay? The court trial means nothing at all. It's fake. It's for... It's in America to fool all the Americans because we're the richest country. Otherwise, and America leads. So they have to shut down Americans to try to make people dumb. So they think, oh, when this court trial is over, we're going to be rich. And no, you won't be rich because we need global regulations. Every country has to have global regulations with crypto. Then when all the banks are selling all these cryptos and all this stuff, that's when you get rich. So this court trial is nothing, is not even a thing. Page 15 again. Here we have a Federal Reserve Bank connection here, Ned Bank. So on page 15, let me look. So if you scroll down on page 15, you're going to see a flow chart, kind of a chart here. You're going to see right down below, it says Ned Bank, Nedbank, Ned Bank. Now I'm going to show you something very interesting. I'm going to send you the link for Ned Bank. I want to show you here how the United States, so here's the title to my show. The title of my show is I'm going to show you a Federal Reserve link to the BRICS nations. Here we go. Here's the title of the show. Nedbank, which is in South Africa, which is part of their Project Coca to design South Africa and get it all linked up with crypto. Nedbank chooses Bytes and Volante's Volpay. So in order for the BRICS nations to work, they're going to run on Volpay, because I just showed you the article. They're going to run on Volpay. And guess who's in charge of Volpay? It's Ripple. Volante, it shows their page. Volpay for Ripple. The Volpay Ripple processor module speeds integration to the Ripple Global Summit. See what I'm saying? Nedbank, which uses Volante, which is Ripple, is making the BRICS nation currency. Fuck Crypto Hulk. Now I'm going to bring in the show title. Now I'm going to show you how the United States Federal Reserve is all linked into this. So all these dumbass YouTubers that talk about, the BRICS nations, and they're going to take over and kill the dollar. And I'm going to show you how fucking retarded these people are. Right there. Let me read this title. Federal Reserve Payments Pilot incorporates Ripple partner Volante. Yes. And if you scroll down underneath the picture, you'll see highlighted in blue, Federal Reserve's new instant payment platform, FedNow. There you have it. So the United States Federal Reserve, the United States government, Federal Reserve, is linked in with Ripple via Volante through Nedbank, building the BRICS nation of South Africa's money. There you go. Well, gee, Crypto Hulk, it doesn't seem like those other programs are right, because they were making it seem like, Crypto Hulk, the BRICS nations are something to be afraid of, and the BRICS nations are going to take over the world. No, they're not. You've been watching dumb fuck YouTube channels, and that's why I'm here to unfuck your brain, okay? Page 17. Let's move down to page 17. Now, we were talking about debentures. Now, I'm pretty much close to being done with this. We got about 5 minutes, 10 at the most. Debentures is let me just get into what it is. Because in the South, maybe in the United States, we call it bonds. When you buy like a United States bond, debentures is kind of like a United States bond, okay? The South African Reserve Board, debentures are very specific type of debt security. Debentures are offered to drain the excess liquidity from the domestic money markets. So when in South Africa, when their Federal Reserve notices there's too much liquidity, they offer debentures so people will put their money into debentures to lower the liquidity in South Africa, all right? So they are offered to drain, like the drain of a sink, they're to drain excess liquidity from the money markets. They are a short-term instrument that is easily tokenized. So now we know that in South Africa, they're tokenizing these debentures. Let's go to page 18. Incumbents and market infrastructures. Each debenture is uniquely numbered and tokenized, okay? So now we know that they're using, if you want to call tokens, cryptos or NFTs, whatever you want to call it, They're using that already. It says on page 19, the South African Reserve Bank debentures are auctioned off every Wednesday should there be a need to drain liquidity from the market. So interesting, every Wednesday, South Africa sells off these debenture things. So what they're trying to do is to get South African dollars to put into debentures and take it off the market. So what's interesting is Ripple does the same thing for XRP. Now, dumb people say, oh, Ripple dumps XRP onto the market. It's like, no, they don't. Ripple puts XRP into the market and then buys it back up. But they don't say that part, though. All these dumbasses are like, oh, Ripple's centralized, and they just dump the market, and and then they stop. Why don't you say, you fucking moron, that Ripple also buys it back? Oh, but then there goes what you said in the beginning. Yeah. See, that's really fucked up. See, the same thing that governments all around the world do with money, Ripple does the same thing. Oh, no, they don't. They just dump it. They just dump it, Crypto Hulk. No, that's what you've heard on dumb shit channels. So the reason I'm bringing up the debentures is because Ripple does the same fucking thing. They put the liquidity out there for the XRP, and when they notice there's too much, Ripple buys it back. Yes, they do. That's something the other channels that talk shit about Ripple, they don't want to admit that because then their whole show on YouTube, wherever, would be fake. So they can't say the other part. They'll tell you the first part, oh, Ripple floods the market and stuff. Well, that's totally wrong, but they definitely won't tell you the other part, and then Ripple buys it back. Oh, shit. No, they don't talk about that one, do they? Yeah. So there's interest rates. When people buy these debentures, there's interest rates. And the reason I'm talking about debentures is because Ripple will be doing the same thing when everything moons. We already know Ripple's going to have short-term loans and all. It's doing the same thing. Interest rates are paid. So when you buy these debentures, they pay you interest rates. Maturity terms range from 7 to 56 days. Very short term. The debenture is mainly used as collateral to buy something. The debenture is kind of like what XRP is, okay? The debenture is used as collateral. So I buy a bunch of debentures, and if I want to buy something, I can hold the debentures as my collateral that I'm going to pay. Now, see, the debenture can be sold. You can buy the debentures and sell them or trade them, but that's not as popular. People buy companies buy the debentures, collect interest for a short term, help the government out, and sell it off and make a profit, okay? That's mainly what they're for. But they can also be used as money, just like XRP can be used as money. We've already discussed this. XRP is a bridge currency. It's not a cryptocurrency. It's a bridge currency. There's a difference. With a cryptocurrency, you buy and sell with it, right? Right. Not with XRP. Can you buy and sell with XRP? Yes, you can. Just like the debentures. That's why I'm talking about this. I'm not talking about the South African debentures just for the fuck of it. I'm showing a direct relationship between South African debentures. It's like an instrument, a financial instrument where a company buys debentures, lowers the liquidity, and over a period of 7 to 56 days, they sell it back and make a profit because the government didn't want all the liquidity in the market for a specific reason. Okay? Ripple's doing the same thing. Ripple is a bridge. Okay? It's not a currency where you buy and sell. The debentures are kind of like a bridge in a way. You can trade them, you can sell them. That's not really what they're for, but it can be done. XRP is a bridge, but it can be traded. XRP can be sold, but that's not what it's for because it's a bridge. And let me check the comments, and I think we're done with this morning's program. Let's see here. Jailer J4L. If we let them, the U.S. needs to get it in order to get up to speed. The United States is just faking. What do you think? Has anyone heard about neobanks? I have heard. Your critical thinking is amazing. Crypto Hulk. I don't have this capacity. So, Lady Da, you don't have to. You watch the show and I go over stuff. This is what I was studying last night. So I took the 60-page report. I'm only down to page 20. My God. But it's all, I probably won't be reporting anymore on this project Coca because I think we got the gist of it. Every 10 pages, every whatever I go over on this, it's all confirms what we know. Cryptocurrencies working with XRP, XDC, Ripple banks and stuff. It goes back to that. So there you go. Wealthy Coder, thanks for that donation. Can the price of XRP increase without the market cap going up? Okay, first off, all these terms are other channel terms. XRP is not concerned with market. See, this is where the fake channels come in. Okay. These fake channels talk about this kind of stuff. XRP is not even concerned with market cap. Market cap's a term that fake channels use to try to talk about things. XRP is a global bridge currency. If you go to Google and you type in global bridge currency, XRP pops up. There is no market cap for XRP because it's the global bridge currency. It's the only one. So the market cap will be 100%. Got it? So I don't even want to talk about market cap because that's talk. That's like dumb shit channel talk. Okay. We don't even have a crypto market at all. Do you understand that? So that's another reason. So you got fake channels using fake terms. There's no market for cryptocurrency right now. So therefore, you cannot have a market cap. You got it? These dumb shit channels talk about, the market cap today for crypto. There's no market. Like, I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to these other channels. There's no market for crypto, dumbass. So how the fuck are you going to have a market cap? We don't even have nothing's regulated, you dumbass channels, right? How the fuck are you going to have a crypto market when you have no regulation? Nothing else. There's no definitions. We have no crypto laws in this country. So don't use the term market cap for crypto because there is none. That's all fake terms. Like the court trial's fake. These are the same fucking channels that try to teach you shit that are totally wrong. They talk about the court trial every day. The court trial is totally fake. I've already proven this. I've done at least 3 to 4 shows using court documents to prove the court case is fake. Then you got fake channels, and then they report about the court case. And then these fake channels talk about market cap, which we don't even have a market for crypto. It's all fake. The crypto, quote, market cap is based on speculation. It's nothing at all. It's fake. Crypto prices, I've only gone over this like a million times. Crypto prices are based on what the exchanges report. NBC, which I already shown, did a study along with Chainalysis. Chainalysis is a major crypto reporting. Crypto exchanges, 40% of them lie about the price. How the fuck are you going to have a market cap? So don't use that term. That's from fake channels, all right? Hulk, if Ethereum jumped in price because it's speculative, because they were using it, how come XRP has not jumped at all with all these institutions being partners? Is that because they're waiting for regulations? Yes. We have no crypto market right now. Banks cannot legally use any of these cryptos. They're not. They might be testing them or doing whatever. So you've got to have global regulations. What we have now is a speculative crypto market, a speculative crypto price. What does that mean? It's all based on guessing. The price of Ethereum now is based on guessing. The price of XRP is based on guessing. Until we have global regulations, all this is just, the prices don't matter at all. And like Mark Gutierrez is saying, they're using a private ledger also. So we don't know what's on that private ledger. Michael McKenzie, thanks for all you do, Hulk. Keep up the good work, my man. Can't wait to get financially wrecked. Oh, you will if you watch this show. So I don't know how all this private ledger, public ledger stuff plays out. I know that there's a lot of secrets, and I know that we are really close on this channel to what the truth is, because I just bring facts every day to my show. I don't use my opinion. I just post all these different things up here. Oh yeah, well, so I got a couple more posts to show you, and then that's a wrap. I think it was on page 15. It showed that this bank was a member. And there's the Finastra tie-in to that bank. So, I mean, I just keep showing you. And that was it. Yeah, I've got all the posts set up. So I'm bringing facts every day. I'll bring you projects that the Brics Nation's working on, which is Project Coca. Totally Ripple partner with R3 because they're moving securities. That's pretty much now. As far as price, and until we have a market, you don't have a market in crypto. We have no market in crypto right now. When we get regulations globally, then we have a legitimate market. Then the banks can legitimately use this, and then the price won't be 36 cents for XRP. It'll be like $10,000. So that's what's going on with that. Kurt Scott, good morning to you, buddy. My show is over, and I'll work on a PM show for today. Adios.